They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We got three.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. What a glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards.
14-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas there to make the grab. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Raiders nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled it.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7 yards there and a first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On third down, Mariota. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Carrier. Eric Harris up to make the tackle. That's a gain of 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Call on a nickel set for third down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
23-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater steps away to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down and long.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bridgewater trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple.
The pickup. It's 2nd.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he'll air this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. 64 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly what I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Richard on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Mariota on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out.
6-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. for this. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 21, Raiders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jalen Richard now on the return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action. Mariota. Now he's flushed out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20.
Mariota
on 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 52 yards.
1st down, Raiders.
Mariota on the keeper. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read, pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Davis with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And Carlson on for the point after.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for
a couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. 146.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
It's now 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
That's all you got!
Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Marcus Mariota sacked. A fumble on the play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From a yard out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Raiders
had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Richard. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Mariota. It's a screen to Richard. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tanner Muse with it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Thompson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard taking it in. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our